Next up is Breece Hall, who last week I declared as a potential league winner second half of the season. Of course, recovering from the ACL. Tom, how is he progressing, Breece Hall?
Well, it looks like he's going to be ready to go to start the season, but it does sound like they're expecting him to be limited, which is not something we weren't expecting by any means. Our data shows that in the first game back from an ACL tear, running backs see a 26% decline in their snap percentage compared to their pre-injury snap percentage. So, and they brought in Dalvin Cook for this reason to allow Breece Hall to ease back into the game as he recovers from this injury. So this is not unexpected news at all. I mean, it's great that he's going to be ready to go and playing, and I think we should still continue to expect a dip in production in the first third or so of the season, with by mid-season him getting closer to his full form, but likely not at full form not full form until next season. That's just kind of the trajectory that most running backs go. But we do know that Breece Hall was incredibly young at the time of injury, only had the ACL repaired, and he's an absolute freak of an athlete. So he may be the one that by the end of the season is really hitting his full stride like he was last year before he got hurt. But it looks like it's going to at least start slow this year.
Seems like that to me too. Again, a guy that I like, a talent that I like. It's like him, Javonte Williams. The talents are just without question, but the injury's baked in. So you got to again see how long you could wait if he's there again, fourth, fifth round. I'm thinking about taking him. The only thing is watching a lot of Hard Knocks. And Tom, I know from last week that you don't have HBO and you just
Still
learned
don't
what
have
YouTube
HBO.
was. But
Recently learned that YouTube is
no.
Useful for a lot of different things.
For sure. But watching that, I mean, Aaron Rodgers really does like Dalvin Cook, and the more I read about it, it is scaring me off a little bit because Dalvin Cook is still Dalvin Cook. But again, I just love Breece Hall. Talent wins out. I think you're just going to have to wait, as you said, Tom, a little bit for him to get going. Kyler Murray, another guy, ACL. When will he be back? We don't know. We said week 5, 6. You still agree with that earlier season evaluation, Tom?
Yeah, well, he's also on PUP, so he can't play until week 5. And looking at Arizona's actions over the past couple days, it's so obvious that they do not care about winning this season at all. Either Josh Dobbs or Clayton Tune is going to be their starting quarterback. They just traded for Josh Dobbs, so they are clearly not interested in winning this season. I think they are only interested in winning the first overall pick. So there's really no incentive for them to try to get him back fast. I mean, he's only going to, even a not 100% Kyler Murray is probably better than those other two quarterbacks I just named. So I don't think we're expecting him to play anytime soon. Week 5 is the soonest that he could play. If he plays at that time, he'll be just over 9 months post-op, which is okay. That's an okay timeline to play. We'd like a little bit more, especially with him being a running quarterback. Definitely going to see a dip in the rushing production early. This should come as no surprise, but quarterbacks do not see any decline in their snap percentage when they return from an ACL injury. Obviously, like you're not going to take your starting quarterback out on a snap share, but we're looking at end of season for him to be like productive, and that's really dependent on what the team wants at that point, because they might just let him go out there a couple games to show other teams that he can still play, but also for them to decide, is this the guy for our future, or are we trying to tank for the first overall pick and get the kid out of USC next year? So I do think he will play a handful of games at some point, but I don't think that they want him to really play a whole lot this year.